It's Pac-Man.
How can it get any better? My ears.
Pac-Man on the Atari.
Pac-Man on the... And I'm dead.
2600. Also known as Video Computer System.
3 seconds in and I already died once.
One problem with this game is they only have one ghost on screen at once.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. This ghost must be like Speedy Gonzales or something. He's so fast, he's in 4 places at once. But like, he's never in the same place either. Like, he's just too fast, man.
It's like trying to play a chord on a saxophone.
How?
You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, I'm dead. Again. Don't worry, I'm not that bad at Pac-Man that I can't clear the first stage. Don't worry, I'll win. One. At least one. Wait,
You know,
there weren't even 2 ghosts there. How did I eat them both?
You know,
it's almost like this thing is almost glitchy. Oh, I can eat him again.
one thing that really disappointed people when this came out, Pac-Man was like a really huge fad. There were a lot of Pac-Man fanboys in the early 80s. And I guess the reason this disappointed everybody was because it looked nothing like the arcade.
Yeah, that was the big draw, I think, for a lot of people, is that they could play Pac-Man in their living room. But that just wasn't the case. The technology wasn't there yet. I mean, look at this. It looks... Everything is there. The basic... Oh, I'm dead.
Basic gameplay is there.
Yeah, the basic gameplay and all the elements are there. It's just... not... there yet.
It's just not what people wanted to. Like, back then they wanted Pac-Man as, you know, what everyone knows as Pac-Man in their living room, and this is not it.
They wanted what they had in the arcade in their living room, and it just wasn't there yet. Now, I know a whole lot of people hate this game, but I'm actually having fun with it.
It's not as bad as people say it is.
Yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. Oh, can I? Yes!
I like how they gave Pac-Man an eye.
Well, he used to be called Pac-Man.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, I'm just saying, why did they give him an eye when he originally was like a hockey puck?
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. I like, you know, in the arcade version, he wouldn't, like, move his mouth unless you were actually... Or would he move his mouth? Would he move his mouth if you were not eating anything?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I like the animation. It looks like he's talking, kind of. Like,
that's one thing, is that for its... Oh, I'm dead. For its time, it definitely was a really, really nice game. But people were just expecting something else.
they made... Fun fact, I think they made, like, 12 million copies of this game for when it was released. And they hadn't even sold that many Atari systems.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that story.
So they had to dump all of the leftovers that they didn't sell into the desert and cover them with cement.
Supposedly, that's where they all rest today. Probably along with all those E.T. copies.
And asteroids and other whatever unsold stuff they had. Apparently what they did was there's like a big parking lot in Arizona or New Mexico or wherever they did it, and they laid them all out on the parking lot
and they just
ran them over with the steamroller.
Yeah.
They crushed them, and then they gathered it all up, dug a hole in the desert, dumped it all in there, poured cement over it, and then covered that with dirt.
And then the Pac-Man was never seen again.
Yep, but there's still like 7 million copies out there, so it's not too rare.
They didn't do it too good of a job getting rid of it then.
No.
Wait, where's that one pellet at the top I missed.
My favorite thing about this game is probably Pac-Man's animation. It's kind of funny, because not only does he have an eye, but like in the arcade version, he's just like relentlessly chomping down on stuff. But in this version, he's just kind of like,
He's just kind of like,
yeah, he's like,
Oh, and that's my high score for my first time playing Pac-Man on the Atari. We hope that you had a wonderful time here and expect another episode eventually. Peace out.
that ended fast.
Welcome to Pac-Man again.
This is Pac-Man 4K, a homebrew from 2007, I believe.
As you can see, it looks like they captured Pac-Man a whole lot better than they did their first run at that.
Imagine if this had come out in like 1981 or 1982.
Pac-Man would have sold so much more. I mean, look at this.
They wouldn't have had to dump all those copies in the desert.
Yeah, no kidding.
And
But-
people would have loved this.
Because this is exactly what the people wanted. This is Pac-Man, the arcade version,
Yeah.
in a home console. That's what they wanted. Oh, can I do this? Yes, I can. I know I'm not eating the ghosts. Don't judge. Oh, can I get it? Yes.
You know what? Do you know what I miss about this one though? That was in the original 2600.
Pac-Man mouth
Pac-Man's face was
does
so
not
much
have an eye.
was so much funnier
Oh.
in the 2600 because he like he just looked derpy, I guess. Is that the term that all the cool kids are using on the internet these days?
There.
Yeah,
Come on, I can't reach it.
I really like the derp Pac-Man in 2600 like the original.
Yeah.
But one advantage that this one does have is the sprite there's an extra sprite so he can actually point upwards.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one was just like, look, I'm going up, but I'm facing left or right.
I might not actually beat this. Oh, yes, I will. Okay, first level, yay.
And they got the flashing maze. Whereas in the other one, it was just like, you beat the level,
Next.
bam, next level. You know, it's like no nonsense Pac-Man. That's what they should have called it, no nonsense Pac-Man.
Oh no, the red ghost!
But to be fair, I do like the maze layout in 2600 Pac-Man. I kind of like it for some reason.
Well, that was Pac-Man 4K. I'm actually ashamed that I lost that quickly.
Let's see. Does this one have any like extra games? Like, you know how a lot of 2600 games you can
Let
change?
me see. A, B, A, B, A, B. We can't make it black and white.
I guess they didn't include a. Try
Oh
pressing
jeez, that's fast.
try pressing the select button.
Yeah, I did. I changed the difficulty for the left side.
Oh, is it like really fast now?
A little bit.
Interesting.
But yeah, this has been Pac-Man 4K 2007. This is what could have been in the 1980s.
Do you know why there's all those black lines going through the maze?
Scan lines?
Well, because they, in order to make the dots a different color than the maze, they had to actually draw. I don't know this.
I get it. On different planes.
Yeah, they had to like draw it as the same like layer, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
And they couldn't make them. Otherwise, they would have had to put like big white stripes going through the maze in order for it to be solid, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really complicated.
But yeah, this has been Pac-Man, everybody. Peace.